Very good morning, all. So let's have some discussion on disposal by dilution. So disposal by dilution is the process whereby the treated sewage or effluent from the sewage treatment plant is discharged into the river, and in a further time, so as the river flows downwards, so the natural forces just like sunlight, so the natural air and the plants in the river body, so these all are going to make the river water pure. So the even when we discharge the sewage into the river body, so immediately that the whatever the dissolved oxygen is present in the river water is taken up by the bacteria, so for the decomposition of the organic matter which is present in the sewage. So hence DO level will abruptly comes down. So depending on the strength of the sewage, it may be very less or maybe moderately reduced, like that. So depending on the treatment that is given to the sewage, so the river water loses its dissolved oxygen concentration. But what happens, this reduced DO will not remain in that state for a long period. So as the river goes downstream, so it tries to replenish itself the lost oxygen. So by the natural conditions, as I told you, the sunlight and the natural air, where we have a lot of oxygen there, so it will absorb the all these things, and it will try to get back to the original state of oxygen. This is called as self-purification process. Now there are some favorable conditions and all which where we have to leave it, and what exactly is the dilution and how the factors are affecting the self-purification. You must be knowing by means of this dilution equation we are using, that is CSQS plus CRQR divided by QS plus QR, and the current favorable current things is to be done, and this is what the oxygen sac curve which indicates how the BOD is going to be reduced. That means how the oxidation process of the organic matter takes place, which is shown by the dotted line. So initially the organic matter is on the high stage, and as soon as the sewage is discharged into the river, so when it takes the water dissolved oxygen, so the immediately it starts getting decomposed, and hence BOD is satisfied. So that is shown by this dotted line, and the upper one is the how the oxygen is going to be reduced, and at one stage it will reach to a very critical stage which we call it as minimum, wherein the minimum dissolved oxygen occurs, but it will not remain in that minimum state, and it will replenish itself, and that is shown by the increased DO levels in this graph. So the bottom reoxygenation is also can be seen from this second graph, yellow one, which is indicating the oxygenation replenishment plus the decomposition, that is deoxygenation what we call. So deoxygenation is nothing but oxygen that is used by the organic matter in sewage from the river water, and reoxygenation is mainly by means of the absorption of air from the atmosphere by the river water. So this is what is going to happen in this